All right. I'm live. It's glowing in here. So get situated. There we go. We're situated. All right. There's no one here. It's just me. I'm talking to myself. But that's fine because it's a recorded video. So, hey, friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well rounded nerd. Oh, this camera is reversed. When I just use my laptop for recording, like everything is same side, but apparently on live, it's reversed. Interesting. Okay, I've learned something. All right. So, no, I don't need a moderator. I've never gone live from my PC before. I usually go live from if okay, usually I've gone live once. And that was from my iPad. But this time I'm using the PC because I wanted to be in my office because I had some cool stuff I wanted to chat about with my channel and just do an informal video. So this is one of those rare real-time videos and my ears are going to get on somebody's nerve. Can I make this not strobe so much? I think I can. 1 second. Where's the light? There it goes. Stop strobing. No, now it's flashing. That's not good either. We're just gonna leave them off because that's annoying. Okay, so stuff I wanted to chat about. So, if you've been with my channel for any length of time, which, you know, I'm a very, very small channel in the scheme of YouTube, very small. Um, but I've never really had a goal for my channel. Well, okay, let me walk it back. Originally, when I started doing YouTube, it was just fun. It's just a creative outlet. I'm an extroverted extrovert who always needs more people to talk to every day, all day. And I like sharing nerdy hobbies and talking about things. And, I have open definition of nerd. To me, a nerd is just all in on your hobby. you know, it could be, the stereotypical nerd stuff, but it can also be, just anything you love. But that was like my first love of YouTube was just let's share nerdity. It's fun. I have YouTubers I love to watch that because they like the same stuff I do, and that's how this works. So initially, my goal was when having my YouTube. Was to use it to help me supplement, possibly, what it took to take care of my mom when she was with me. She's no longer with us. We're not going to get into that sad story, but that goal went away. So then it just turned back into a creative outlet for me. And I really enjoy it. I love building community. I've got to talk to some really cool people. Like YouTube's fun. It's a good time. But now I have a real goal for it. I did announce, I think it was last month or the month before, that I reached the ability to be a YouTube partner to actually get AdSense and all of that. I still haven't really made the big push on really making that happen, but now I have a reason to actually want to do it, and that's what I'm talking to you about tonight. So, from the thumbnail, that is actually a picture from one of my taekwondo trips to Mexico. That's an older picture, so I don't mind using it because all of them kids are good and grown. That's a 10-year-old photo. Yeah, I know, and she looks exactly the same. Good skin. But, with that, I have an opportunity, um, to actually open my own, school, my own taekwondo studio. Initially, it would be me renting space, and I've talked to someone about that has, like, the perfect space for me to do that, but I would be doing it through the World Christian Taekwondo Mission, so under my instructor's mission. We use taekwondo as a teaching tool, as Taekwondo itself, but we also use it as a spiritual teaching tool as well, in a lot of areas, and that's how we make connections all over the globe through martial arts. It's fantastic. I don't have near enough time to explain, but it's a good time. And a lot of the best parts of my life have been through Taekwondo. Like, been great, good time. And with the ability to open my own school that is associated to our mission, one of the things we do with our schools is we do not charge the children and families to come to the school. Now, when I say I want my own space, I will actually be renting space in a dance studio. So, not my own building, like buying a building, not doing that. What I am going to do, though, is actually with this channel, my goal is to get the AdSense actually up. to where I can use that to monetize, to pay for renting space, to do, um, a community taekwondo class through our World Christian Taekwondo mission. I love teaching. I love, teaching kids, families. I've been teaching martial arts for over 20 years now. I've been a student for 25 years. Where has the time gone? Um, but I would absolutely love to be able to provide that opportunity. Our other, instructors who have schools, they do it, at churches. I really wanna make this a community, and people who may be intimidated to go to church, they might come to the school because my goal is to just be a good memory in kids and families' lives. And this is the piece of human history and art that I've taken to that I get the ability to spread. So that's what I want to do with my channel. This is not me asking you for money. What I'm asking is please, I know every YouTuber says it, but please like, comment, subscribe, and share because it's going to be through AdSense that I want to build up to where I can then provide free taekwondo classes. Um, and I also, have promised that I was gonna do giveaways on my channel. And I think that's important, because if you're able to make money just from people engaging with content, I think it's important to give back. So, I have the ability to be a YouTube partner. There's a gnat in the wrong spot, and he had to go. Um, now that I have the ability to be a YouTube partner, I hadn't turned on you have to, like, go like, when you have the ability, you still have to go be like, "Okay, here's my bank account," and all this kinda stuff. I hadn't done that yet because I needed a reason. Because 'cause I'll be honest, for me, money has never been a huge motivation. My most valuable thing in my life is people. I love people more than anything. I love, being with and around people. I love helping people. I are people. So yeah, that's what I do. But what I'd like to do is, once I get that monetization on, just like I said, I wanna do giveaways as I hit milestones. I'm getting close to 5,000, um subscribers. I never thought that would happen, so I think 5,000 is a good milestone to do a giveaway, to keep that momentum going. So let me show you some of the stuff that I'm thinking about giving away as thank yous. And when I say giveaway, if the channel pays for itself, I initially thought, well, I can only ship within the US. If the channel generates enough AdSense revenue and I can ship anywhere, then I'll ship anywhere. Now, I'm reaching down on the floor to grab what I want to show you that I want to give away first. So, more on the floor. So first, some transformery stuff because transformers are big on this channel. um, so I have a Studio Series 85 RC, and I would love her in the box mint. I take care of my figures. I ended up with three of her. She needs a home. Okay. And I would love for that home to be with you. Today is not a drawing for a contest. I'm just letting you know what's coming. So when I hit 5,000 subscribers, one of these figures I'm showing you are going to be what I give away first. So her, she's beautiful, love her in the box, never been opened. A next option I have as far as Transformers, and he's not super valuable, but to someone out there, they want this. He came in a pair and I wanted the other figure. Oh, somebody said, "Hey, Colin." Um, but here he is I don't watch Legacy, but he is Tarantulas, yes. It's a spider, I don't want it, okay? But he's in the box, never been opened. Somebody on out there might want this for themselves or kid, whatever. He will be one of the giveaways. And then I have 3 Star Trek figures that were given to me. Um and the person who gave them to me, I don't know why they gave them to me because I did not ask for them. I honestly didn't want them. But I have them, but somebody out there is going to want these. So these are old. These are like 30 years old. So they're Star Trek The Next Generation. And I don't even know who this is. This is Dathan, a Tamarian captain. Somebody out here wants this. Okay, so he's going to be a giveaway. Um, and then the next one is Mordok the Benzite, the first Starfleet cadet from Benzar. Somebody's going to want him, so he's going to be a giveaway. And then the last one here, which he's going to be the big one in these giveaways, um, Commander Worf. The box is not in the best shape, but he is unopened. S I don't like that position either, but that's how he comes in the box. So, I want these to find good homes, and this will be the first of the stuff, that I start giving away as I hit milestones, but the first milestone is gonna be 5,000, and that's gonna be when I do a video to give her away. I tried when I first started my channel to do a giveaway. I actually didn't know how those worked. It turns out that you have to do like one of those a video that's specific for doing a giveaway and then comment wars like and then you use that video link in a random comment picker that then picks the comment. That way you're being unbiased in the choice. So that's what I'm going to do. When I first tried to do it, I didn't know that's how it worked and it just was a mess. Now I know. And over time, there'll be some Warhammer stuff that I give away, more Transformers stuff. I mean, I have a firm policy of if I can't have space for it to enjoy it, then I gotta do some shifting. There's more stuff back here. You never know that could end up in giveaway land. The other thing that I plan on doing this year, one of the commenters, you gave me a really good idea. Someone asked me, if I print and sold my prints, because I've got a Bamboo A1, and then we have a couple of, Elegoo Mars, resin printers. Okay, my husband has one and I have one. They went on sale. When I bought my husband one, it was like $499. And then I guess they were coming out with a new model, and we got that thing for like 198 this year. So a year ago when I got him one, it was almost 500 bucks. This year, 200. I was like, "Yeah, I want both." But yeah, um we print for ourselves, and when it comes to printing, there's a couple of licenses, and I believe in playing by the rules. I will not steal somebody's work and pass it off as my own, like, that's not okay. Like an example here, this is a texture palette, and this is someone's file that was made available online, but this is not for sale. I printed one for myself, I've printed my husband one, and one of my friends at the game store, this is for him. So the other thing that I'm thinking of doing is getting, in the future, the actual commercial licenses. So if you buy the reproduction license for something, you can print it and then sell it or give it away, do whatever you want with it. And that's what I'm looking at, but I'm thinking about doing things like in limited runs. Like instead of just a regular old texture palette that anybody could print, maybe design my own with like my own logo on them and stuff. Cause I've got the guy who did the logo for my channel, he can design that for me. He can design STLs. So I'll have him make me STLs and maybe do a texture palette that's my logo, something completely unique like a limited run of 30, 50, whatever it is. And then again, those proceeds are to help me with my taekwondo endeavors. Taekwondo is a huge deal for me. It's been a steady part of my life for a long time. I nerd out on Transformers. I nerd out on Sailor Moon, anime, playing The Sims, just all kinds of stuff. But since I was a teenager, the steady in my life that I always come back to has been martial arts. I've met some of the best people in my life through it. I've been helped through martial practice. I've seen what it does for children and families who are able to participate. I live in a town that very much caters to providing services for all these engineers out here. Like it's like the town is set up to um, provide opportunities for the children of white collar workers. Like, that's all I can that's all that yeah. And that's fine. That's how the economy works. I'm not shading it. And when I moved here, I went looking for a school to join. I'm free help. Like, I will pay you to be a part of your school and, like, you can go on vacation now. I'll teach a week, I don't care. Um, but everywhere that I would go there was kind of this unspoken intimidation factor that I wasn't bringing. I did not bring anyone smoke. Um, but the instructors that I've talked to, they basically don't want another high-ranking black belt just to walk into their school. Which is unfortunate because my instructor has never been that way. He's always been very supportive because people have to move, you know? Life happens. You don't always get to stay with the people you started with, and I've never seen him reject anyone from our school, even if they came from a different style. As long as it was another standing art, he never made people start over. So we're Taekwondo school. If you came from judo, yeah, those are not they're not even close. But if you came from karate, Tang Sudo, Taekwondo, like, we never made people start over. We never tell people, "Oh, you're too high a belt to be here." You know? Just show us your credentials and where you got your belt, and let's keep it pushing. You learned what you learned, we're gonna teach you what we do. And just about every instructor I've encountered here has been like, "No, don't want you, don't need you." So I wanna do a community class, but the only way I can do that is if I make a decision to, 1, turn on the monetization on my channel now that I can be a YouTube partner. Um, but you have to provide service in exchange for clicks and views. I understand how this works. I know that everybody right now, not everybody, a lot of people are up in arms about what's going to happen to TikTok. YouTube is free. I even though, yeah, I've given them my data and stuff, the possibility to get something in return for that, and all I gotta do is sit here and talk and nerd it up, I can't complain about that, and if it goes away tomorrow, what am I gonna do? Sue them for letting me use their free platform and then it went away? Like, most of the I don't know if you know this, I'm just gonna speak from a place of the United States, and where I live in what's called an at-will state. That means at the will of your employer. Anything can be gone tomorrow. We just have to make good with what we have and take advantage of the opportunities we have right now and understand that nothing is certain and nothing is promised. So I want to make good with what I have now. My channel is actually doing really well in terms of views. My views are getting very consistent now. People are going back and watching a lot of old stuff, like, and I'm fine with it. Enjoy. You'll notice that from then to now, she's improved. Watch the journey. Um, but I really envision being able to provide, a taekwondo school. Hey there, Mobius. Really envision being able to provide a taekwondo class that is community oriented and that this is how I'm gonna do it, through AdSense. So, and through limited edition runs of things that I print. And it might even be something I design myself, like dice towers, custom paints. I might even do like, painted sets of armies and, stuff like that. Because nothing is free. And if I'm going to ask for the algorithm to bless me enough to give me coins, I wanna give something back. If I'm gonna ask people for views and clicks and shares so that I can use those funds to fund the school, then I need to give back. So if you will like, comment, share, talk about my channel, that would be great. Other stuff that I'm doing, to make that better is, or make myself better at it, how do who is that? Patagata? Um, thank you, Lex. Enjoying my journey since you subscribed. Thank you. Um, I like a howdy. I'm Southern. I love a howdy. I say howdy to everybody. How do? Actually, I say how do. um, but I am providing the school the way that we do it. We don't want to. I don't want to charge anyone. And what's really cool is my instructor, Grandmaster Shin in Bellevue, Tennessee. He hasn't raised his prices in a very long time because he firmly believes that children and families should be able to practice, and it shouldn't be only available to people who can afford it, because the goodness that people get through martial arts goes far beyond, like, what a pocketbook can provide. So, I'm looking forward to being able to set up my own class again. I used to have my own school a long time ago. And, it was actually I was renting space in a building and, it went well, and then the recession hit, and I was the bill people quit paying, so, whatever. Anything can go away. Nothing's guaranteed. Anything can go away at any time. But I got a lot of really good experience, and my instructor is getting up there in years. Um, he's 84, and I don't like it. I do not like it. But because of that, he wants to I tested last year for my 6th degree, and I technically should not test again for 6 years. Even though I've been in taekwondo for 25 years, um, he wants me to test for the last highest belt he can test me for, because he's 84. I know. So it'll probably be the last black belt test I ever take, and with that, I will be able to test people all the way up to 6th degree on my own. So he's getting me ready to carry on and be part of that next generation of taekwondo legacy, and I wanna do right by it. Another thing I'm doing to help my channel along is I am going to Adepticon this year. Me and my husband are going, and I'm going to the creators meet and greet. I sent out my stuff and showed them my channel. They're like, "Yep, you can totally come." So I hope to get some good advice on how to grow, maybe some people to collab with. But you're never gonna see me pop up with like, "Hey, just give me money." You have to get a good and service in exchange for money, and all I want is a view. Give me a view, give me a share, please recommend my channel, and your willingness to watch and be a part of this will mean that there's gonna be children and families who can do an activity that they never would have had access to before. Like, one of the schools I went to charged $240 a month for 4 45-minute classes a month. My instructor charged $60 a month. He can come to every class every week because we do open classes, and every class is 90 minutes. Um, all ages practice, all belt levels practice together in every single class so that families can come to class together. And we're very family focused. So, if I'm able to start that, I definitely wanna keep, a rolling diary on here of how that's going, since that's what I'm gonna be using, any AdSense revenue for. Um, I cannot show the faces of children who, unless their parents sign a release, so I'm not gonna show pictures of kids, but just, the place where we're practicing and how classes are going and when we're able to order them uniforms. I'm actually probably gonna end up I haven't gotten a new uniform in a very long time, so I'll probably end up getting a new uniform, a master instructor uniform. So, let's see, you gave my channel the Lexi Award last year. Oh my god, that's so awesome! Can I draw? You know what's funny? I actually can. I can, not as well as I used to because 'cause I'm out of practice, but I can draw. Um, so I use a lot of digital media to do that kinda art now, but I am gonna start designing things for 3D if you're just coming into the live, which wow, 6 whole people wanna watch me? Dang. I feel special because again, I'm this big in the YouTube space. But one of the things aside from giveaways, which I was showing the stuff that I'm going to start giving away, now that I'm going to turn on the actual accepting of AdSense, I've got Star Trek figures that were given to me that I really want to find a good home because I'm not their forever home. This wharf here, somebody out here wants this. Come on. He needs a home. I didn't pose him. That's how he is in the box. We're not gonna talk about it. I really want this, RC to find a good home. I ended up with 3 of her. I don't need 3. She needs, um, um she needs a home. So that's my plan, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. I have been recording voraciously because I am interviewing for promotions at my company, and I don't know what my new job will be yet. And I could find a new position tomorrow. It might be 6 months from now, but I always like to record ahead on just regular content to make sure that my channel is always uploading. But I do really appreciate, everyone who comments and shares and just takes time in my corner of the internet. I'm just out here being my old nerdy self. I'm just being goofy, and people enjoy it, and I enjoy having the opportunity. Oh, that's great. I was good for views? No way. Awesome. That's good to hear. It's an ego boost. So yeah, come along with me on this journey as I really dig into um, using YouTube to help me do something good in my community. Again, I'm not asking you to send me money. That is not what I'm doing. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Because honestly, if you get the favor of the algorithm, it will more than pay for the rental space that I need, and then I can sock money away if I need to buy kids' uniforms who can't afford it, or if we have people who want to go on our trip every year and they can't pay plane fare, that's what I can use it for. Like, that's my goal, and it's good to have a goal because it gives me something to work toward, with the channel. What I'm not gonna do is make content about stuff I don't care about. Yeah, like, if I don't care, I'm not doing it. I mean, I know that part of the game with the algorithm is making sure that you do what the algorithm wants, but if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. I'm not gonna make a video about something I'm not interested in. I can't pretend to be interested in something just for the sake of the algorithm. Um, but the Warhammer and Transformer stuff seems to be, like, the sweet spot for me in the algorithm, and that's obviously, it's kind of a big deal to me. Let me see here. In March, my Transformers masterpiece will arrive, and I can't wait to show you. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I've got some stuff I ordered like a year ago, pre-orders that have not come yet, and I'm just like, oh, it's fine. First world problems. That means it's not really a problem. But I appreciate y'all taking a few moments out of your evening. This isn't going to be a long video because Homegirl can talk for days. I'm a professional speaker. I can go off the cuff for 6 hours without taking a breath. So, I have to reel myself in. We actually just came back from our final SCA Christmas party. It got rescheduled a couple times because people got sick and then it snowed and but it was a fun time. I ended up walking away with another, a bench and a handmade stool. We did Dirty Santa again, and it's with recovered 100-year-old wood. It is exquisite. This is my first year of SCA parties, and the in our household, the dollar limit's like $25 a gift. 100-year-old wood stool, like, how was that $25? 'Cause you got the wood for free and the guy knows how to make stuff. So it was free labor and free wood. So that's what they do. So next year, I have my plan. I got my 3D printer. I can design. I know how to paint. I think I'm gonna do some custom dice towers next year to give away, and, like, with a dice tray, and yeah, it's gonna be great. Um just to let me know, you love what I do here. Oh, and I'm happy you 2 told me about my oh, thank you, Lex. Oh, that makes me happy. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just enjoying it, you know? Everybody deserves to carve out a niche for themselves in this world. We all do this for a different reason. If you do it. I mean, some people watch and create, some people just create. Find your space and, find your zone of genius and just get real comfortable and do what makes you happy. So I've got a couple more videos I want to record tonight. I haven't done any readings on my channel in a while, and it's time to dig back into the alpha legion. You know what I should do sometime? I should come on here and do a live reading, and not just recorded readings. What's funny is most of those readings I do in one take. I do flub a word once in a while, but that's part of being classically trained. My first round of college, I went for theater and English. I can read, memorize, like no problem, like, words are my gift. Math? But words, yeah. So, yeah, that's all we do is show people what we love. Yeah, I'm thinking live readings might be fun. Yeah, so thank you for the feedback. Is that, I gotta get a different screen. I gotta put y'all over here so I can see the the chat. Stobius, awesome. Yeah, I'm thinking I might try doing some live readings. I have so many books, y'all. And of course, the Warhammer books are always a hit, but I've got so many books. And these kids out here, okay, your TikTok's gone. Get a book, read. All right, take it offline and get a book. All right, you look, they make them digital. All right, so you don't even have to get like a book. You can do it here. So, nah, we'll see what happens with I don't TikTok. If you look for me on TikTok, I wasn't there anyways. I don't care what happens to it. I know some people do. I was using CapCut to do my shorts, and I immediately downloaded a new app because nothing's guaranteed. All we can do is do well with what we have, be thankful for what we have right now, and if I don't have it tomorrow, that's okay. I'll find a way. Life always finds a way. It'll be okay. If you're one of those people that, it's freaking you out, it's okay. As somebody who actually in my life, I have genuinely lost everything before, and I stand before you, the queen of ridiculousness. Trust me, it can get better. No matter what you lose, there's always a window to climb through. Where what's the saying? If God shuts a door, he's gonna open a window. It'll be fine. I promise. Now I'm thinking about doing, mostly Warhammer because that's a big draw. I've finished the first book of Minka Lesk. God, so good. She's been in all of 6 pages. And it's an omnibus, and the omnibus is Minka Lesk. I'm like, "Where is she?" Like, literally, like, 6, 7 pages, and that was it. They're setting everything else up. So far, my favorite character is General Usakar E. Creed. Gotta get the right Usarkar Creed and Benedict, um, the newly promoted general. But yeah, I'm thinking about those. Fabius Bile. I'm a huge fan of anything the Emperor's Children get up to. So Fulgrim, Angel Exterminatus. I'm gonna be reading from the Primarchs when I do my next video. I'm stuck on the Alpha Legion right now. I'm reading The Serpent Beneath. But classic literature too. Why not? Dickens was my favorite author growing up, so why not introduce people to Dickens, who haven't been there, or even like some Henry David Thoreau. Yeah, some of those transcendental writers, like they were thinking on another level. Like how are you even human with some of the thoughts and they were coming up with, like, "I'll never be that smart." Uh, I am trying my best not to look at those. You know how much money my money Games Workshop has? And every time I go to the hobby store, I can find something else. Like, we went, was it last Thursday? My husband had a Blood Bowl game, so I went to the store to paint, because they have a really good airbrush setup, and the artists are really helpful, and, I bought 5 new Turbo Dork paints. I got 2 boxes of 40K kill teams to put together of our Sisters of Silence. No, I'm sorry, not the Silence, Adeptus Sororita. I have half a box of 30K to put together because I've only done my Emperor's Children. I just have a Salamander army to build. And then I also have 4 models of Primarchs to no, do you know how much money Games Workshop has gotten from me? And let me quit acting like I'm not gonna look at the new models and make decisions. Hey, you know what adulthood is for? All the stuff you didn't get to do when you were a kid. They ain't making this for children. Like, this isn't for kids. It's for us. This is so we can go back and have all the fun that we wanted to have when we were 12 and our parents couldn't afford it for whatever reason. Or they said no. Well, guess what? I have every Sailor Moon doll. Worthless plastic and cardboard, and I love it. So, let's see, ooh, a Castigator Knight. Mm. See, get thee behind me, Satan. Why are you tempting me? No, I'm joking. I Fulgrim is okay, I love the word bearers because I understand why Lorgar made the decisions he made. I get you, Lorgar, like, Lorgar was done dirty. Um, but I also, Fulgrim, I like him so much because his legion wasn't just about the fight, he was about preserving the beauty of humanity. Like, that was his whole thing, is if we're not that's why he was so accepting of having all the remembrancers on his ships. Like, a lot of the other legions did not like having these artists and poets and everything else everywhere because 'cause they're like, they're in the way, and the Emperor's children were like, "No, put them everywhere. Yes, capture my glory. I'm so amazing." Because he said, "If we're not protecting the arts that humans created, what are we even fighting for?" Like, if we're not protecting humanity, like, what is even the point of any of this? And that's why I rocks with the Fulgrim. Yeah, I know, Angel Exterminatus, whatever. I also like a theatrical boy. He's awesome that way. And I understand Lorgar. What I respected about Lorgar's Legion is he did his best not to drop a bomb on a planet. Lorgar tried to peaceably conquer worlds through, well, religion and politics and all that. He didn't do everything but start a war. And I respect that. And, but I also equally get like Rabute. He's my other so on the loyalist side, it's Rabute and Vulcan for me. Rabute, he comes across as like the pretty boy with a silver spoon. But then when you read about how he was raised, like he's not putting up a front, like he really is that guy. Like he actually does care and that those people exist. Like Rabute is a good reminder that once in a while, the person who says, I care and want to do a good thing means it. Because it's so easy to lose faith because there's so many people who are like, yeah, I want to do a good thing. And it turns out they ran off with a bunch of people's money. So, but Rabute really is that guy who wants to do the right thing. And I respect, what really did it? Was when Vulcan landed on his planet when and Vulcan lives, when his pod landed and, what happened with okay, you may not, but Vulcan had been being tortured by another one of their brothers, and he was basically mad, and Vulcan is a perpetual, and so basically he was getting, offed over and over and hunted, and he's just been driven mad, and Rabute saw what happened to his brother, and he was like, Where Kurz? Kurz, I'm coming for you." Like, he wouldn't stand for it, so I rocks with Rabute. Let me see here, let me catch up with the comments. Um, yeah, 3D prints are awesome. 150 Imperial Fists to rebuild? Good luck. Um, I try. I try. Thank you, Sturbius. Yeah. You know what? I'm just getting into Dorn. Dorn and Dorn, Russ, and the Lion are the Primarchs I know the least about. But the Rogel Dorn stories I've read, I'm like, "Okay, Dorn, I see you. I see you over there." You know, Blood Angel, but Sanguinius is the pretty one. You can't hate the pretty one. The salamander, yeah, the salamanders are just the resilience of Vulcan is what impresses me because he had insurmountable odds and yet he still tried. That's why I love Warhammer so much is there's a story in there for everyone. I've said it a few times on my channel, but fiction is a safe place to experience the harshness of reality and look at situations like with kind of a film in between you and the real thing and process some stuff. And Vulcan's a good example of that. Vulcan got put through. Okay? Like, Curse, that gum. Like, enough is enough. He got put through, but, like, when you read about his origins, him and his soldiers, his Marines, like, they are the most resilient, and they are even the Emperor said they're the strongest, like, physically the strongest of his Marines. Like, even without all the stuff the Mechanicum does to make you a Marine, they could already, like, walk on the surface of the sun and drink acid before all the meddling. Yeah, like, they're crazy resilient. Yeah, I do love the Ultramarines. I have Verbute primed and base coated in pieces. I haven't gotten to finishing him yet. He's got so much trim. So I got some, I forget what the fluid's called, but you can put it in between stuff to dry a little bit, and you can paint your trim, and then after that dries, you pull it out and your trim's done. I'm gonna cheat on Rabute. Um, oh, you know what? Um Yeah, in the War of the Beasts, and yeah, exactly, yeah, he put his faith in Slaughter when, he said, "Use my hammer." See, yeah, I rocks with Vulcan. The Lion my first encounter with the Lion was in the Primarchs novel that they did, a few year it's one of the all 900 of the Horus Heresy books, there's so many. Um, but I was like, "Okay, Lion," and when they got transported out of, to Perditus, to try to they had, the Mechanicum had been experimenting on this entity, and they had attached a servitor to it, and the servitor was a kid. Yeah, that's a whole story, and the Lion was like, "Did it have to be a kid?" I was like, "Okay, Lion, I rock with you." I rocks with the Lion. Like, he understands. Yeah. I see how Doran's more conservative and sensible. Robert Gurley, man, you're funny. I did not know how to say that name until I heard in an audiobook how to pronounce it. I thought it was, like, spelled out, I was like, "Robot? Who named their kid Robot?" Rabute. Yeah, it's like book 10 or 11. Yeah, you gotta go back. The lore is everything. That's why I do 30K. 40K is kill team for me. But I'm a lore girl. I can't lore girl, lore gar. Haha, see what I did? Um, but I started in Warhammer for the lore. I've always loved it. I love to read. I always have. And Eisenhorn got me from the word jump, and then I was all in. I've only in the past couple of years because I married a nerd who does not tell me no. Really gotten into painting and the gaming. Will I get into 40K eventually? Maybe. When I go to Adepticon, I'm focusing in on the 30K events. And then I'm also going to be doing Aeronautica. And then there's a couple other things that we're doing. Let's see here. Well, yeah, the Dark Angels. I mean, they got dark in the title. I mean, have you seen what they do in the Emperor's Children? Like, go back and read, like, the processional scene in Angel Exterminatus. It's like, "Oh, that's not PG-13." Or what happened in the Meraviglia? Like, oh my god. Like, it's yeah. Like, they even talk about how when Serena De Angelis comes out on stage in her outfit That, like, the Marines do not care a thing about the opposite sex, but that night they did. So, yeah, they get up to shenanigans in The Emperor's Children. I Space King? Yeah, I can rock with it. Yeah, I can rock with Space King. Mm. Well, you know what? And that's funny that you mentioned that, Colin, that he was dealing with being gay. Part of one of the reasons I love Warhammer so much is, like, it's almost like those labels at that point in the future shouldn't exist. I really like the way that, what's it called? Lower Decks, Star Trek Lower Decks, the cartoon handles it. There are no labels anymore. Nobody's this or that. It's just like, I love them. And that's all there is to it. There's no one cares. Nobody cares. It's just that. And in the future where everything's only war, they're bigger fish to fry. All right. You're like, I got time for love. I'm trying to eat and live. So let's see. Yeah, yeah. He never yeah, me and my husband not saying no to each other is a little bit of a thing. It's like, we support each other. We're both white collar nerds, so we're in a position. We're not young. I know I look young. I don't think I've ever said on the channel how old I am. Well, let me ruin some people's, perception of me. In December this past year, I, became, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. She's 42. 42. 42. So, 42. Oh, yeah, get her into painting. Yeah. I consider myself the girl ambassador of the Warhammer and the wargaming at our local shops. Like, it's these games are so strategic and tactical, and honestly, most women are strategic thinkers. That's why we can do so many things, like, that look like multitasking. We can just get a whole bunch of stuff done really fast, and I'm like, "Man, put that to good use. Get her get" I'm dragging the girlies in. I have been told that at a Adepticon that it tends to be, like, max 10% women, maybe 12, and in the 30K room, I'll be lucky if there's one other girl in there. I choose to believe there's gonna be at least 5 of us. That's what I'm trying to believe, but no, I really want to, bring more girls into it. Nope, nope, she's not 21. She a good whole double that, she a good whole 42. 42! No, this a good 42. Everybody's 42 should look like this. This a good 42. It's so funny though, because I love telling people how old I actually am. Because when I'm next to my husband, he went gray in his 20s, like, just, woo, white. Um, and when we're out and about, I can see people looking, they're like, we are 7 years apart. Okay? 7 and a half. Yeah. So, he's not, he is, we are of the right age to be with one another, and we're lucky because we're both at the, like, sweet spot of our careers, so we can, live, save, and indulge in a little bit of BS if we want to. So, man, when you find your matching nerd, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be great. Like, don't settle. Find your matching nerd. Are you a sports nerd? Wait for your sports nerd. If you have to, like, you know you know, like, escape from your partner to indulge in the stuff you love, you finish the sentence yourself. But, I mean, I know I'm very fortunate that I was able to meet someone who we match so well, and we're both very supportive of one another, and I wish that for everyone else. I hope everyone has, the great fortune to meet the person that supports them exactly who they are, in the way that they want to be supported. Everyone deserves that. It's hard to find, but it's out there. Alright? I had to wait until I was 39 to find it, and it was worth the wait, okay? It's worth the wait. Don't settle. But anywho, so yeah, just I appreciate wow, the view count keeps going up. Oh, I feel special. Um, but yeah, this is what I want to do with my channel. I'm gonna get all the, AdSense stuff squared away. I'm going to when I hit 5,000 subscribers, the first, giveaway is going to be this girl here, and I'll do a special video for that giveaway so I can do the comment contest, now that I know how that works. Yeah, learn something new every day, and eventually, I'm gonna start doing, custom prints and stuff. I showed folks earlier, this is a texture palette I just printed for a friend that I'm giving to them, but I'm gonna do, like, some, texture palettes that are like the logo on my channel and stuff, and send those, do, like, limited edition prints and stuff, and the proceeds are gonna go to funding me being able to do a community taekwondo class. Yeah, because when we do our taekwondo school that's connected to the mission, it is we don't charge people to come, but I still have to pay for space. So, that's what I'm gonna use my AdSense for, and if I when I get to the point of selling prints, that's what the proceeds are gonna be for. So, you will be a part of this nerdy community, but just know that your views and your clicks and your shares are going to help, kids and families, get to participate in something that can be a financial barrier, for a lot of people, and I appreciate it. Is it an uphill battle? Yeah, sometimes the algorithm favors you, sometimes it doesn't. Strike while the iron is hot, right? Well, friends, whew, I said I was gonna be done 10 minutes ago, and y'all just kept me talking. So, um, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.